Hi, Shelby here from Scrap with Shelby. I've got another little quick tip for you on how to make your own embellishments with some things that you might already have on hand. I am going to use Stickles in 3 different colors here. I have lime green, yellow, and dark blue. And I've got just a piece of plastic, and I'm going to use this little embellishment folder for just the shapes. It's almost a template. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the plastic down on top of the folder so that I have that shape of the flower showing through. And I'm going to take my Stickles and I'm going to trace that shape. So obviously if you've got any picture or stencil, you can use that. Now when I normally do this in class, I actually use plastic transparency sheets that you can use as pages or to make your own embellishments or whatever. But if you don't have that on hand, you can just use the packaging from your scrapbooking materials. Why? Because more often than not, it's scrapbooking safe. If you are worried about it not being acid-free, then I always tell people, oh, well, you can mount it on buffered cardstock or whatnot. But for the most part, if I have a real concern, I just don't let the embellishment or whatever touch my pictures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly trace this shape here. Now don't worry about if it touches or not, because it's going to stay on this plastic sheet here. So I'm just going to lightly go around. If you need to change the angle so it's better, just go ahead and do that. So I'm going to shift that around like that. You just need the general idea of the shape. It doesn't have to be exact. So if you go off the lines, no one's going to know because we're not going to use this little background. Alright, so I've got my little flower there. And I think I'm going to add, now this is off the template. I don't need that. So I can just take that off. There's not enough room for a leaf here, so maybe I'll just do like a squiggle or two. And if I don't like it at the end, I can just cut it off. And maybe I will do like a little leaf or something. You can fill it in. Now the good news about that is I can make, if it won't fit in there, I can just make a separate leaf and then glue it down separately. So I'll fill all that in, and then I'll make another leaf, and then I can cut it in later. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry, and when it dries it'll be completely hard. I can cut it, and what's nice about that is if I do have like a little squiggle that goes out of shape, I can just cut that off. So I have an example here to show you, which I of course have lost. Here we go. Sorry about that. You can see this layout here, where I've made this little star here on a piece of plastic, and then I glued it down with a glue dot. So we'll just bring this out so you can see the whole layout. And that's how you make your own embellishments. So give it a try with your Stickles and some packaging, and let me know how you make out. Bye now.